The F-11F is the top reward for the ongoing Operation Summer event. Introduced into the US Navy in 1956, it was a huge step forward in terms of air power, especially compared to the planes used on US carriers just 10 years prior. Alright lads, today I'm going to be talking about the performance, weapons and playstyle of the F-11F Tiger. Starting as always with the basics, this vehicle is a Rank 6 battle rating 9.0 naval jet aircraft located in the American territory. Being rank 6, it will only be efficient at researching the vehicles between the ranks of 5 and 6, as there is no rank 7 in War Thunder at the time of recording. To get this plane, you will either have to grind out 10 stages of the Operation Summer event, or alternatively, just buy the stages with Golden Eagles. Whichever option you choose to do, you will still be met with a 290,000 Silver Lion crew train cost. On top of this, as the F-11F is a high-speed jet fighter, you kind of do need at least an expert qualification to be highly competitive in this jet. This will set you back an additional 1,020,000 Silver Lions, and if you want the Ace qualification, that will be another 2,800 Golden Eagles. As well as the high crew train costs, the repair cost of the Tiger is also very high. You will be forking out 15,999 Silver Lions every time you are killed in this jet, something which may be very risky for free-to-play players. Going on to the rewards, the Tiger has a base RP modifier of 2.32, which is pretty good for a rank 6. You can expect an RP modifier of 232% with a free-to-play account, and 464% with a premium account. The jet also has a respectable base Silver Line modifier of 2.9. With a free-to-play account, that translates to a Silver Line modifier of 290%, and with a premium account, that rises to 435%. So will War Thunder players fall in love with this jet, or just like the Navy in real life, will players use this jet for a while before realising it's just not that great? If you'd like to know more about this jet, then stick around for the rest of the video. Okay, so moving on to the engine and performance. You can see that the Tiger is powered by the Allison J65 afterburning engine. When using its afterburner, it produces 4,770 kg of thrust. This engine power propels the plane up to a top speed of 1,213 km per hour. This makes you pretty much the fastest jet at battle rating 9.0. The afterburner also gives you incredible energy retention in both the horizontal and the vertical, allowing you to match if not beat the performance of both the Shenyang F5 and the Hunter FGA-9. The powerful engine also gives you a respectable 74 meters per second climb rate, which again makes you one of the most powerful jets at battle rating 9.0. A definite weakness of this plane is its 35-second turn time. This is the amount of time it takes the plane to complete a full 360-degree turn. It is worth noting that the turning circle of this plane is significantly worse when using your afterburner. Cutting your throttle and using your landing flaps significantly reduce the time it takes to turn. While throttle and flap control does decrease your turn time, I would never really recommend dogfighting in this plane, as you are not playing to its strengths. Okay, so moving on to a test drive to show you a little bit more about this plane. You can see that the acceleration with that afterburning engine is very good. This will make you by far the best accelerating jet at battle rating 9.0, if not at 9.7 as well. Maybe the only thing that you compete with is going to be the G91YS, but you very rarely see them nowadays. Okay, so when we hit 1,000 km per hour, we're going to do a 90-degree turn to the left, and we're going to see how much speed we lose. So as you can see, we only lost about 50 km per hour in airspeed there. So if someone was on your 6, you can easily make a turn without them catching you basically. This is basically going to be like a Hunter FGA-9, similar playstyle. In terms of roll rate, the F-11 is pretty good with its roll. It does have a little bit of a rudder issue where it doesn't really want to get its nose around. So it's not going to be as responsive as the Hunter FGA-9 if you're used to playing that. But it's definitely got that Hunter speed and acceleration and energy retention. Okay, so we're here in a 30-degree climb, and we are losing speed, but it's not as fast as it would be if you're in any other battle rating 9.0 jet. Again, 30-degree climb with full afterburner, pretty much doing what I do in a MiG-21 SMT. Okay, so this plane is supersonic. As you can see, we are breaking the sound barrier. It is fairly responsive at transonic, subsonic, just slightly subsonic. Still have a very good roll rate. It is also worth noting that you do have air brakes in this jet, so you will be able to reverse people. As you can see, the elevator at top speed is very unresponsive. Okay guys, so I think I've covered all the engine and performance parts. We're going to move on to the armament. Okay, so moving on to the weapons of this plane, you can see that the primary armament are the 20mm Browning Colt Mark 12 cannons. You have 4 cannons and 500 rounds in total for 125 rounds per gun. These guns have a very high fire rate and are essentially the same cannons as found on the FGA-4B. With the 20mm cannons, I highly recommend using the default belts. as these contain the most high explosive incendiary shells. As well as your primary 20mm cannons, you also get 500 pound bombs, 1000 pound bombs, FFAR Mighty Mouse rockets, and AM-9B Sidewinder missiles. The 500 pound bombs contain the TNT equivalent of 118 kilograms and will destroy your vehicle within a radius of 5 meters. The 1000 pound bombs contain a TNT equivalent of 272 kilograms and will destroy your vehicle in the radius of 12 meters. The FFAR Mighty Mouse rockets can be carried in several configurations. They contain a high explosive anti-tank warhead and will penetrate 290mm of armour at 0 degrees. They also have a flight speed of 701 meters per second, which makes them relatively easy to aim in flight. The last weapon system are the AM-9B Sidewinder air-to-air missiles. They are rear aspect lock launch only and have 10 Gs of maximum overload. As you can see here, all of these weapons can be carried in several different configurations, making the F-11F very flexible as a fighter bomber. Although I believe the FG-4B is probably a better ground strike aircraft. Okay, with that quick little overview done, we're going to jump into some gameplay, followed by a conclusion. Okay, so welcome to Bastion. We're going to take 20 minutes of fuel and see how that lasts us. Just going to turn in towards this Swift. I want to give him an easy shot. Fairly confident we can outrun this Swift. Unless he has that shitting bullshit missile. I don't think he does. Oh, he does. So we're just going to take the Swift up into a nice little... basically what you do in the MiG-15s. He does have a lot of power in that Swift F7, so it's kind of just a test for me as well. It's basically just stall climbing or spiral climbing. Used to do this all the time in MiG-15s back in the good old days of War Thunder, but okay, well, that happened, I guess. We're going to cut our throttle, pull our landing flaps out. We're going to go for that G91. Turn rate of this thing is pretty terrible. I'm gonna fire a missile at him here. I don't know what he's doing. He'll be very, very slow in that G91. He's not got any afterburner whatsoever. Yeah, well, that's why you don't buy a premium if you're not pretty decent in jets to begin with. Good old-fashioned landing on Hokkaido. Got the AM-9Bs, default belts, 20 minutes of fuel. Did us alright last time, we'll see how it goes again. Pretty spicy. Both the MiG-17 and the Sabre, well, both Sabres, they can out-turn me very easily. So I am playing the energy game here. That MiG is making himself a very easy target. If I can get my... Nice little kill on the MiG. Afterburner off because we don't want to use all our fuel. I'm going to check behind us, make sure we aren't being tailed. Afterburner back on, we're going to re-engage. None of those jets can pose a threat to us, they don't have the airspeed to climb up. A nice little crit onto his wing. Bloody hell. Not really used to these guns. But he's dead. That CL-13's coming in. We're going to turn towards him, but pull up. Pull off the afterburner. Oh, well, he's dead anyway. Good job, Toffee. Come on, burn you bitch. There we go. That's the last guy. Okay, so I think I see some Vartors doing a bombing run. If he doesn't kill himself, we might be able to get a nice little easy kill. We're going to come off our afterburner here. Well, we got him. Almost G'd into the ground there. You see what I mean about the elevator not being very responsive when you're at high speed? Kind of makes it a bit dodgy to do high deflection shots, or high angle deflection shots. I think they're in the clouds, boys. You can hear them. I see one of them. And it's Shenyang. Don't like him. That's not good. He's got way too much speed. Good old fashioned. He did launch a flirt missile. So I don't think he's going to be able to outrun us here. Especially if I just keep spamming missiles at him. We're going to come off our... back on the afterburner. Oh, we don't... Oh, he just ripped his wing, I think. Well, we're just going to fire a missile at him. He killed himself there, really, because he ripped his own... I think he either pulled too hard and ripped his wing, but I'm going to take the kill anyway. Oh, it's so... That elevator is so dodgy. Okay, he's not in her. Guess I'm trying to bait him here for my teammate. I think he is going to turn out here. Oh, it looks like my teammate's going to miss. She's probably not going to be... Okay, they got him. Okay, so as I've been recording some gameplay, the Gaijin servers have decided to just kill themselves, so I can't get into any more games, but may as well do that, go into a conclusion. So to conclude, I think this jet it's alright. It's going to be playing very similar to a Hunter FGA-9. It's not got the energy retention of a Hunter, but it's faster. It's got better guns in my opinion. Well, it's arguable. It's got more missiles than the Hunter, but of course they're not AM9. These are all AM9Bs. Overall, it's a pretty good jet. It's a more of a methodical jet where you have to be very disciplined. You have to boom and zoom. You have to manage your energy. You can't just get in the middle of a fight and start reversing people and dogfighting. It's not really a jet for me. I kind of like the more scrappy dogfighting jets like the G91YS, stuff like that. The speed of the plane's very good. The power of the plane's good. It climbs well. The roll rate's very good. The turn time is awful. And on top of that, probably the biggest issue for me in this jet is when you roll and use your elevator, it kind of dips the nose a little bit, which makes it very hard to get shots on target. I've missed quite a few deflection shots, where I think if I was in a Hunter FG9, I probably would have got the kill. This plane will of course come as a coupon, I believe, so you can either claim the coupon or sell it on the marketplace. I'm not sure what the price will be for it, but I probably will keep mine just because I like collecting vehicles. Whether you should keep yours, that's up to you really. I don't think this jet is going to be particularly game changing. I think it is going to get moved up to 9.7, I don't think it's going to stay at 9.0. For a start, the Silver Line modifier of 2.9, that's higher than the F4E Phantom at 2.3. So I think the reward modifier is going to get nerfed, and I think the battle range is going to go up to about 9.7, or at least 9.3. So to wrap this all up, if you like the Hunter playstyle of going into an engagement, breaking off if you know you can't turn with them, going up into altitude, getting your speed and doing all that again. If you like boom and zoomers and taking things slow, not rushing into it and just taking your time, have a cup of tea while flying, then you probably will like this jet. It's not for me. I probably will keep it. Like I say, I'd keep an open mind. I wouldn't redeem the coupon until you see what price they're selling for. It's a decent jet, but it's quite hard to use. You have to be very disciplined with your energy management. All that being said, I hope you found this video useful, lads. And as always, thank you very much for watching.